everyone. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shauna and I do everything Sims 4 over here. And for today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, we are doing houses for the imaginary friends. Now, for this particular video, we are only focusing on I think it's a goofball. That's his trait. So we're focusing on the goofball monster imaginary friend here. And for his, we are basically sticking to their color schemes and who they are and like what they would have in their little house. So I made sure that I put all four um shells on the lot. And essentially, I placed this lot already on my gallery. So if you guys want to do the little challenge as well, you guys can. I honestly got this idea from Slim Shady, and you guys have to go and check out her videos. She is such a good, like she just has good energy in her videos, and you can actually feel like her love and how goofy she is. So please go and check her out. But I got it based on her video because she did rooms based on each of the imaginary friends, and so I just thought we take it up a notch and do three like small houses for each of them. And so right now I'm just figuring out color schemes. I honestly feel like the hardest part about this challenge would be doing the exterior and making sure it matches the actual um imaginary friend characters that we have. And I was honestly thinking about both the child um imaginary friend and when they become a teen. So if you guys don't know, if you do have imaginary friends, you can eventually age them up with you and turn them into real Sims later down the line, as long as you have a good relationship with them as you are a child. And I just feel like I wanted to include stuff for both the child and the teen, sort of. And so for this one, I decided that we were going to do because he's a goofball, I feel like he would be entertaining a lot. And so we definitely have more spaces where he can have people come and hang out and hang just people to come and hang out with him, and he could tell his jokes to them. So I'm just making sure that each and every spot in this house has their color schemes, and I cannot wait to see what this lot is going to look like when they are all finished, because right now they're all just white and just standard and I just have a feeling it's gonna look so complete when everything is done. So I will have four parts of this on my channel. Please do subscribe if you are new and you are liking my content so far. I would greatly appreciate it. We are on the road to hitting 50 subscribers and we are so close, you guys. So please, please, please do subscribe, okay? Right now we're just working on the interior and I wanted it to be, I think each of these houses are going to have about two bedrooms. And I say that because of how big I made some of them. So, this one is the biggest one I feel like because of the siding that we have here. And I feel like each of these are like kind of little cabin like things. So I wanted to keep a cabin feel to each of them, especially his, because in the trailer he was very him and I forgot the name of the person that he was with, but his real person was very camp centered and they loved camp, and he ended up becoming a camp counselor. And so I feel like his imaginary friend would also love camp because of all the fun memories that they had and stuff like that. So I definitely wanted a camp feel in here for this imaginary friend, especially. So I'm just doing more so camp things, more so camp colors. Each of these builds are honestly going to be very colorful, and I feel like that's because the imaginary friends themselves are colorful, especially when it comes to
The unicorn, because she is, made from rainbows and stuff. So her side is definitely gonna be like the most colorful besides this monster here. Um, but I honestly do think I like the way this came out. I was just a little bit lost on what exactly I should do in like the rooms and stuff. So this area over here becomes a craft, I don't want to say crafting room, but like a skills room. And so we end up going in there, adding in a mic along with, I think, a desk. And right now I'm just doing the overall open floor concept. So we're doing a living room, a kitchen, and they don't have a dining area here. But like I was saying before, I feel like this imaginary friend would definitely host a lot of people. And because they're just a big old goofball, they love to entertain people and they just enjoy hosting a lot. So I feel like this open floor concept definitely makes a difference, along with the fact that I do add another upstairs area in this spot or in this cabin. And I feel like because he just likes to host, he has to make sure there's a whole bunch of seating for everybody. And so it was very important for him to have these places for people to, mingle and discuss and stuff like that. For this kitchen now, I was really going back and forth on whether I wanted everything to be. Basically, the color scheme was kind of getting to me. Like, I wanted the orange counters, but they weren't giving what I thought they were giving. And so I do just go through a whole bunch of them. And I wanted to make sure that I added in a whole bunch of the stuff that we got for this pack. So a lot of the wall art that I used is from the pack. And like I said before, it is very centered on the whole camp vibe. Even the doors that I use here, like those doors wouldn't make sense in like a regular build, but because he is who he is, I left it in there. These cabinets are from the island living, and I really hated that these cabinets did not come with cupboards. Is that what you call them? But they didn't come with matching tops, like the matching, yeah, the matchy top. So I have to mix and match, and it wasn't too bad, but I felt like they should have. I don't know. The Sims team just be doing whatever at this point. This is one of my new favorite objects too. This little stand where you get to put like an appliance. I really like that, and I feel like they need to create more of those in this game because it just gives more like realistic vibes. Like you're not always gonna have enough counter space, and so because I like to clutter up my counters a lot, I feel like these little items would definitely be helpful and just make a difference in upcoming or future packs. So hopefully they keep it going. I felt like there wasn't enough red going on in the build, so I definitely went in and changed the yellow tiles behind there to the red tiles, and I think it just worked better with the color scheme that we had to go by. I was a little lost on what to put over here, honestly. So I do get in like a little dining seating area, and I did have to size down that item right there with the backpacks and stuff like that because it was so big. Um, I realize a lot of the items that we get in packs are just either really oversized or like the fact that you can't size up mirrors is very interesting to me too. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that I feel like is just way too big for this game. Like I know there's a new pack that we got with I think it was a kit, and the shoes were just super big compared to what the other shoes that we have in the game, but also the whole pets, my pets, my Sims pets, whatever pack that is where we got, was it cats and dogs? No, it wasn't cats and dogs. It was the pets situation. All the items in there are just way too big, way too bulky, and it just doesn't make sense. And so I honestly stay away from that pack a lot. Like I feel like that was a waste of my money. So I do not recommend that pack unless you're actually going to get the pets. And then I feel like the pets were just lackluster. I feel like we should have got a turtle. I feel like just we should have got a whole bunch more stuff with that pack. Like that pack was honestly sad. But I'm getting off topic. This is where we are now going in and just creating a skills area like I said. So we're gonna move out that table right now and add in this microphone instead. And so they get to practice their jokes and stuff like that. And I definitely did not know what to put on a lot of these walls. So a lot of posters have definitely went up. I added in a computer here. I just felt like, why not? I needed stuff to, add in the build. So I added a computer here. And I'm just getting in some more decor items. If you didn't notice before, I did end up adding the kayak, I think that's what it's called. I put one of those in the backyard and I think I keep it on the porch area. And I feel like this sim would definitely go and take their kayak onto the water. They just love, water sports and whatnot. They used to do it in camp and they want to keep it going. Over here, it honestly just ends up like bare, and I feel like that's because this person needs more space than, an average sim. Now up here, we're just separating the rooms up a bit, and it does become a two-bedroom up here. And so I felt like we could do more like a teen room, like, because the imaginary friends, if you do befriend them, they you can then turn them into a real sim. And so I feel like one room is dedicated to that factor, and then the other room would be decorated to like the child aspect. And so I do go in and add the imaginary friend in this room as well. So we have one outside for each of them, and then I'm gonna add in one inside for each of them as well. That way, we can just represent them a little bit more, and y'all can see them over and over again. For this room here, I'm not gonna lie to you. I honestly did not know what to put in these rooms at all. So I ended up doing like a little bookshelf type of bedding situation. And it came out cute. I think it's cute. But the wall art for this imaginary friend was pretty hard in my opinion. I just didn't know what to do. So I kept it more so towards the teen side, like I said. So I do end up putting like in a skateboard thing that we got with, I think it was Parenthood. And I'm just trying to add more posters and stuff that match the color scheme that we're going for. And that's about it, honestly. My favorite part about this build would be the backyard. And I guess we'll talk about that more when we get back there. But I just feel like that is honestly my selling point for this cabin thing. I'm just going in now, adding in a nightstand, and I'm honestly just trying to clutter it up. Like, that's about it. I can't explain that further. It's just adding in certain items and making sure the colors of each color is showing or shining and having its own little moment. So I'm definitely adding in stuff that gives like child crafted and stuff like that. I'm honestly really excited for I think it's the creative imaginary friend. That's the one. I think that's my favorite one out of all of these. The monster and the unicorn are my least favorite. They just look really interesting. I'm just not the biggest fans of them. But I do like the fact that the unicorn is mean, and so you're able to teach, or she's able to teach your sim how to be evil or whatnot. And we will talk about that one later as we continue this little challenge or series that I have going on here. I did add in the butterfly, what is that called? The butterfly incubator. And I feel like they grew up doing that as well. Here is another living room, like I was saying before, more hosting stuff. And then for the other bedroom, we do a single bed, and it is definitely more on the camper type of vibe. I'm pretty sure I do go in and add the new paper making skill that we get as well. I'm pretty sure I do go in and add that as well. Um it is very I'm not a fan of these colors together, honestly. I'm not a big person, like I'm not a big blue and orange kind of person. I know they're supposed to be, good colors to go together, but I honestly just can't stand them together. I am more so of a matchy matchy kind of person, meaning I like when I put orange and yellows together, or like purples and blues together. Like those make sense to me. I do not like, I think it's complementary colors. Oh my goodness, don't get me started on lying to y'all. But Yeah, I'm a kind of person that just likes cohesive and matching things. Having two colors from the opposite side of the color wheel is just not my thing. So this was definitely out of my comfort zone. And will I do it again? Probably, but like my choice, not really. Like if I had the option to, I don't think I would. But we're doing the bathroom. Very simple, honestly. Just can't wait for us to get to the backyard because I do end up adding in a wonderful playground. And I just was thinking that this sim in particular would just love the whole outdoorsy aspect. And I think this build just fits that characteristic so good and so well. And it is very important for me to actually make sure that these homes match the individual along with the imaginary friend that is intended for. And so you'll definitely see throughout like this little mini challenge series, whatever you want to call it, that I cater a lot to the personalities of these imaginary friends and what I think they would actually be into and what they would actually be doing and stuff like that. And it's very important to me that each of them match and that it screams them. So, like, when you see these four houses, I want you to be like, oh, yeah, that is the goofball one. Like, the orange is just so out there that, like, it's immediately like you could just tell that that's the vibe that I was going for. And this bathroom, very simple. The art, oh my goodness, finding the art for this was difficult. As you can see, I did do a cop out and I ended up putting in the painting just in the three different colors. And we are finally getting towards the end of the build, and I just loved the whole aspect of the beds in here. I wasn't sure which one to pick, but we do end up going with this one here with the blue. I just feel like both definitely matched the vibe that we were going for, but it was important that we had other space to do other things. And so I did end up picking this one, and we go in with this wonderful wallpaper. I feel like this wallpaper very much so just makes the bed come out more, like, or like you can see the bed more, if that makes sense, or like it just works. And so I made this a kids area, like I said. So we're just going in, adding in a desk, a lamp, and all the um kid-esque decor. And so I didn't want to use the same posters again, or like I didn't want it to be repetitive. So I was just trying to get different items, and I think it turned out great. But we are coming towards the end of the build, you guys. And if you guys do like this video, please, please, please do subscribe. I am trying to continue to grow my channel, and I'm almost making a year on YouTube, which is pretty amazing because when I first started, I honestly was just doubting everything about myself. And so now seeing that you guys actually do watch my videos and that I do have people comment, it just feels so amazing. And it honestly makes you feel like, I know I'm gonna sound corny and cheesy, but it honestly makes me feel like I can do anything. And I just appreciate you guys so much. So if you guys do like this video, please, please, please do give it a like, share it, and comment your favorite imaginary friend. Which one do you like the most? Like I said before, mine is the creative one. But let me know down below. I'm really interested on which one you guys would like, you know, um, connect to the most, or which one is your favorite. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye.